We've all been here. It's 9 p.m., you've got 2 hours to relax. You open Netflix, or Hulu, or Disney Plus, and you scroll. You look at a thriller, maybe. You look at a documentary. Too heavy. You look at a sitcom you've already seen 10 times. Safe. Suddenly, it's 9:45 p.m. You haven't picked anything. You're annoyed, you're tired, and you end up just turning the TV off and going to sleep. In the modern world, we are told that more choice equals more freedom, and more freedom should equal more happiness, right? Psychology says, absolutely not. Welcome to the paradox of choice. It's the phenomenon where an abundance of options doesn't liberate us, it paralyzes us. And even when we do finally choose, it leaves us less satisfied than if we had fewer options to begin with. The foundation of this idea comes from a famous study involving jam. In 2000, psychologists Sheena Iyengar and Mark Lepper set up a tasting booth at a high-end grocery store. One day, they offered 24 flavors of jam. Another day, they offered only 6. People were drawn to the large display, but they were 10 times more likely to actually buy a jar when they only had 6 options. Why? Because the human brain isn't built to compare 24 different versions of strawberry balsamic hibiscus. It gets overwhelmed, fears making the wrong choice, and decides to choose nothing. Psychologist Barry Schwartz, who literally wrote the book on this, argues that this happens for 3 main reasons. Reason number 1, opportunity cost. Every time you choose one thing, you are effectively not choosing everything else. If you have 2 options, you only lose 1. If you have 200 options, if your brain subconsciously tallies up the lost features of the other 199, you think this phone is good, but that other one had a better camera, and that third one had better battery life. By the time you're done, your win feels like a massive loss. Reason number 2, escalation of expectations. When there's only one kind of jeans available and they don't fit perfectly, you blame the world. You say, the world doesn't make good jeans. But when there are 500 kinds of jeans, skinny, relaxed, bootcut, acid-washed, high-waisted, and you pick a pair that isn't perfect, you blame yourself. You think, with 500 options, there must have been a perfect pair out there, and I was too stupid to find it. More choice doesn't just make it harder to pick. It makes it easier to feel like a failure. But the most interesting part of this psychology is that we aren't all affected the same way. According to Schwartz, there are 2 types of people in this world: maximizers and satisficers. Maximizers need to know they've made the absolute best possible choice. They read every review, compare every price, and look at every option. Satisficers have a set of criteria. As soon as they find something that meets those criteria, they stop looking and buy it. Here's the kicker. Studies show that while maximizers often end up with objectively better results, they might get a job with a higher salary or a slightly better flight deal, they are almost always less happy and more prone to regret and depression than satisficers. The maximizer is haunted by the what if. The satisficer is already enjoying their lunch. So, in a world that is designed to turn us all into maximizers, how do we protect our sanity? First, choose when to choose. Decide which decisions actually matter. Your career? Maximize a little. Your toothpaste or what you're having for dinner? Be a satisficer. Pick the first thing that looks fine and move on. Second, make your decisions non-reversible. Social psychology shows that we are much happier with a choice when we can't change it. When we can return a product for 90 days, our brain stays in comparison mode. When it's final sale, our brain switches to justification mode and finds reasons to love what we have. And third, practice gratitude. The paradox of choice thrives on what we don't have. Gratitude forces the brain to focus on the value of what we did pick. Life is short. Don't spend half of it in the Netflix menu. Pick a movie, eat some popcorn, and remember, good enough is often the secret to being truly happy. Speaking of choices, you have about 1 million videos you could watch next. But if you've made it this far, your satisficer brain should tell you that subscribing to this channel is a pretty solid option. I'll see you in the next one.